What's going on, everyone? This is Courtney Rollins from the Aqua team. I just left an awesome real estate investing networking meetup that happens every Friday in Baltimore, Spirits West. Shout out to Mark Owens, Marcy, and everyone who helps, Paul, all the folks who help put that together. It's awesome. Great group of folks. You can actually go in there as a newbie or as an experienced investor and find something. You can actually walk out with a hard with your money, with contractors, with properties, different niches all across the different spaces. It's really amazing. Power of networking is awesome, right? That's why we network, because our net worth is equal to our net worth. You know, folks say that quite often. But I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes I actually get nervous going to these spaces, even though everyone's really cool, everyone's awesome. And even though folks who may know me may be very surprised to know that I actually get pretty anxious going into spaces. I have a very extrovert or whatever the word is personality, but I'm sure if I took some personality tests, they will reveal sometimes that's overcompensating for feeling awkward or odd in different spaces. So one of the ways that I combat that is by just jumping out there and being hello and gregarious and everything. So it helps. But today I wanted to talk about ways that you can actually, or that I'm thinking of utilizing, getting the most out of my networking relationships and how to sometimes combat some of those nerves that come up. All right, so here are just 5 tips. There's plenty other ones that's probably out there. As a matter of fact, if you know some, please drop a comment in below and help us all grow and learn together. Please like and subscribe as well, so we can get this satisfy the algorithms that's needed out there in the world to help us reach more people. All right, so we're sharing everything that we can, that we know, knowing that we're learning a lot and that we don't know everything. So one way we can share is by putting it out there in the world and understanding our craft, and even more so. So anyways, tips for utilizing getting the most out of network. Number one, I would suggest that you take notes when you go into a space. Have some way of taking notes. I know it may seem awkward carrying things around, but it's really great, especially for later on when you're trying to think about the people that you just met and the things you just heard and the concepts you just heard. It's great to jot it down. It shows that you're listening, you're thinking, and it's a really great tool. Some people jot notes right on business cards that they collect to help them identify people. That's great as well. But yeah, just make sure you're taking notes. Number two, have an agenda when you're going in there, whether that's to be, I'll meet 2 people, or I need to find a contractor, or I would love to learn more about residential assisted living. Whatever it is, have an agenda that allows you to set the tone and be focused while you're in there. Number 3, make sure that you're also curious about others. Now, you may have an agenda to go sell a property or do whatever, but make sure you're also listening and being really curious about other folks. Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, great example of making sure that you put other people's interests first. And number 4, don't create jobs for other people. You're going to meet a lot of folks, or you may already run across tons of folks who you can learn from, and you want to add value, right? They always say, come lead with value. But don't go in, or I would highly suggest you not going in saying, hey, how can I help you? How can I add value? That's actually putting more work on that mentor, that person. So you still want to add value, but you need to be able to observe, listen, and find out what tools or skills that you have so that you can bring value to the table, whether that's a property, whether that's bird dogging, whether that's digital marketing, whatever it is. Make sure that you see how you could add value. That goes a long way then, as opposed to going to someone and saying, hey, here's your homework assignment. Tell me how I can add value to you. Like, I don't. And then I would also, at the end, you're going to collect a lot of business cards and notes. When you go back to the house, to your space, take notes, gather them. I have a spreadsheet of all the relationships that I have, and you may not want to go as that deeply, but it really has helped me. And then I actually place it into my dialer, my CRM system, so that it's on my calendar. So once a month, or I have just rotating who I'm calling through that list, and I try to keep good notes. And it's an email, text, sometimes a phone call, hello, all this stuff. It allows me to stay front of mind. It also allows me to remember the connections that we have, so that I can help connect people, because that's another way of adding value. So if I know a project manager that a seller may need help with, or investor may need help, I can connect them, or you can understand the connection there. All right, folks, here's tips for networking. Please like, subscribe, share. We're doing this. Rising tides. Peace.